Hey guys, welcome to part 40. We will look at some more interesting questions. By the way, if you have not yet subscribed, do so. It will help you with Azure Cloud, Google Cloud, AWS Cloud certifications, various certifications, lots of videos, 900 plus videos of this channel. This next question. You are planning to create a solution to aggregate the streaming data. Where is the streaming data coming from? It is coming from Apache Kafka. This is Apache Kafka, and where is the output going to? It is going to Azure Data Lake Storage. Yes, this is where it is going to. Now, the developers who implement the stream processing, they are using Java. So we know that this coded in Java. They use Java. They use Java, Java, Java. Okay. Which service should you recommend to process the streaming data in Azure? Process streaming data. What should you do? Should you use Stream Analytics? What is Stream Analytics? You can create serverless real-time analytics from cloud to the edge. So this is basically discover Stream Analytics, easy to use real-time service. You go from zero to production in minutes. No code editor or SQL required. Okay. So this service will not fit here. First of all, nobody told us that this is a mission critical workload. That is point number one. Nobody told us that they are having a pain in the ass because they don't adhere to service level agreement. Nobody told us that. Okay, so why will we do that? Okay, now let us look at Event Hub. What is Event Hub used for? Event Hub is a real-time data streaming platform. It has Kafka support. Okay, so Event Hub this is a cloud native data streaming service. It is itself a streaming service. But we are already using a streaming service. Na? Apache Kafka is already in use. So why will we use Event Hubs? So now you have Data Factory. Data Factory is used for ETL processing, and then you have Databricks. So here we can store the data in data lake and get Databricks to process the data. So we can use it. So Databricks can be one of the answers which we will use to process the streaming data. So this next question you have Azure Synapse Analytics. This is the data warehouse or the big data systems in Azure world. So it contains Apache Spark pool. Okay. So you have this database and they have this Apache Spark pool here. Okay. Now you plan to create a database named DP1 in that pool. Inside this, you are creating a inside this pool, you are creating a database. You need to ensure that when tables are created, the tables are available automatically as external tables. Which format we use in DP1? External table means there is a file system here, and you are trying to create an external table. You will not migrate the data. You will not migrate or load the data. You will not migrate the or load the data. The data will continue to reside in the flat file or whatever file you have, and you will just reference it as an external table, as an external table, as an external table. Remember that. This is not an internal table. Why? Because this file is not inside this database. It is outside the database. That's why we call it external table. The first thing I also always teach people, parquet. In real life projects, whatever implementation we do in our company, etc., we always use parquet, 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 parquet. Okay, we don't use any other format. By default, we go to parquet. So if you have parquet as an option, you should select parquet. If you don't have parquet as an option, then you will have to see what you should do, ORC or JSON you should use. Okay, so we got our answer. Parquet file format is our answer. Now we have the next question. You're trying to build a data warehouse using Synapse Analytics. You're writing complex let queries that contain join and case statements. Okay, so the inventory reports that will use data and additional where parameters. The reports will be produced once daily. In a day, only once. Either at 12 p.m., either at 5 p.m., we don't know. But only once. You need to implement a solution to make the dataset available for reports. You want to minimize the query times. What will you do? See, I want to minimize the query time. This is a simple question. We spoke a lot of words, what lot of noise and etc. Simple question. I have to write queries so that it runs fast. If I want to do that, what should I do? I should pre-aggregate the data into materialized view so that in the report or when I am writing a self query, I don't have to fire a group by clause because the data would be already aggregated in a materialized view. So this would be our answer. Now, why? What about replicated table? See, replicated table will not help you minimize the query. Because replicated table is a detailed table. Suppose you have a detailed table, you have not pre-aggregated. You have 1 million records. You would have aggregated 1 million would have become 100K, but you told that I will replicate the data. So replication will not make it 100K. Replication means it will be still 1 million. That means your queries cannot run fast. So that is a problem. Now option C, they are telling, guys, let's set the cache, let's use caching to minimize the queries. Caching, when it will help if you are firing similar where clauses. But if you have different set of queries, for example, here they are clearly telling, boss, I'm writing a complex query. I'm not a simple person. I'm writing a very complex query. I'm not a simple person. So caching will alone will not help. You will have to fetch the data from the database. Okay. So caching is not our answer. Now, what about ordered clustered columnar to index? What about we create index? Will it help? Will it create? See, indexes help in fast tracking the queries. But best option is materialized view in this case because you are making some calculations or you are pre-aggregating the data and keeping it as a materialized view. That is the best option. So in this case, materialized view is our final answer. We will lock this and move forward. So if you have not yet subscribed, do so. It will help you with Azure, Google Cloud, and AWS certifications, 900 plus certification videos. Focus on the concepts. I hope you understood the concepts explained in this part. See you in this next part.